Welcome to part 3, syncing your dailies using Avid. Now we had placed our transcodes in a folder called Heart Transcodes, and now we're going to place them in the Avid Media folder, subfolder MXF number 1. Before I begin my session syncing up the footage, I've created 3 bins. One is for audio dailies, the other is for video dailies, and the third is for the married clips, which is where I'm going to do my sub-clipping. So I'm going to go ahead and import that bin that we created using Resolve. And there it is, Heart Video Dailies, ALE. So now I've got a series of clips which have not been relinked, but we will relink them in a second. Then for the audio dailies, I'll do a straight import. Now it's going to ask me, it contains a start time, how do you want it imported? I'm going to go ahead and select 2398 and OK to all. So it will actually import and create MXF media from the original WAV files. What I want to do is relink my video using the ALE. So I'll highlight all of these and control or right click to relink. It's going to ask me all available drives. Well, rather than searching through all available drives, I'm going to point to the drive where it lives on. I'm going to deselect relink only to media from current project and click OK. Now I have all my picture relinked. My sound is in there. The next thing I want to do is label these shots. I'm going to go ahead first and sort them by right-clicking on the column name, sort on column ascending. I can now relabel these. This is 11F take 1, 11F take 2, and so on. It's important to have both your sound and your picture clips with matching slates so there's no confusion. This should be 11F take 1. I can go ahead and resort those again, making sure that I have all the clips I need. Now we're ready to start syncing. First thing I want to do is drag these into the married clips bin. Rather than take them out by lassoing them and dragging them, it's always a good idea to leave each set of dailies and label them by the date or the mag instead of just taking them out, alt dragging them into the new folder. That way you have cloned clips located in both bins. So I can go ahead and close that one. Same with the audio dailies. I can go ahead and alt drag those. So now I am ready to sync up my footage in the married clips bin. I'm going to go ahead and give it a sort one more time, starting with the picture. You want to make sure there's no light between the two clapboards and mark each in. So as you see, I'm marking each in. There's teeth there showing me they've been marked. Now I'll do the same for the sound.
11 fire, take 1.
Mark.
Make sure that your cap locks are on so that you can scrub through the tracks.
11 fire, take 1.
Mark.
Marking it just before the clapboard. I'm going to do the same with the other takes. Now I know many of you prefer to use the audio waveform as a graphic example of where to find the slate. You would select the toggle source record timeline in the bottom. You're going to expand your control panel to show various options and you select the waveform.
11 fire, take 2.
Mark.
I don't find it particularly useful. I like to listen to the tracks with the cap locks activated. But if you choose to use the waveform, by all means, go ahead. So now I have mark-ins for both sound and picture. I'm going to go ahead and, using Autosync, collapse them into separate subclips. So it requires highlighting the 2 matching shots, and under bin, choosing Autosync. Now it's going to say, well, which do you want to use? The source time code? If we had a smart slate, we could use that. But in this case, we've got matching endpoints. So I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And hopefully, we've got a shot that's in sync. Let's take a look.
Nowhere. Just went to pee.
Oh, with your backpack on?
Yeah, with my backpack on.
Looks good. Now I'm going to go ahead with those other tracks, mark those, go to bin, Autosync, hit OK. That's 11 Franklin take 2. I'm going to highlight 11 Franklin take 3 and do the same thing. I'll do this for all the clips. And I'll check them after I've done my auto sync. Once I'm completely satisfied,
11 F, take 3.
Mark?
that indeed we're in sync,
Try and have some fun. Hit on a girl or something.
making sure they are all correct.
Seth, I think there's a tree over there that's calling your name. Why don't you go hug it and kiss it like all the others?
I can go ahead and delete the originals out of this bin. Remember, I had left them in the old bin. Now, when you delete anything, you don't want to delete the associated media files. You just want to go ahead and delete the master clips. That essentially just removes them from the bin. And now I have my married clips, and we are good to go.